And on the line right now, live, a special treat. Fred Armisen, how are you today, man?
58 degrees.
Yes, it's 58 degrees here and mostly cloudy.
Wow, lucky you, I gotta say. That sounds really nice.
What are you guys looking at in New York right now?
A little too warm. A little warm at the moment, but hopefully it'll cool down.
Right on. I gotta say, one of my dreams, I've always been like the funny kid, the class clown since I was a kid. One of my dreams of all time, probably like number 1 or number 2 on my list, is to be on SNL. So I gotta say, congratulations for you accomplishing my childhood dream.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell you something, it was my childhood dream as well, so I can't even believe my luck.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I was reading kind of stories about your life, and you were like a drummer, and you were doing music, and then somehow you got into SNL. I mean, what was that like? How'd that happen?
Yeah, it's a series of left turns that I never expected, and I was doing music, and then I started doing a little bit of comedy, and it just led me right to the show, through tapes and auditions, and next thing I knew, I was on SNL, and to this very day, I am psyched beyond belief about it.
That's awesome.
Beyond belief. I love it, and it's never too late. Don't give up.
Oh, I'm going to be the first guy that starts SNL at 65 years old.
Anything can happen.
Well, thank you for that. Also, you're in the new movie The Rocker. How's that?
It's fun. We did it last year. It's coming out this week, and it's about a glam metal band, and we kick out Rainn Wilson, who's the drummer. Mm-hmm. And we become rich and famous, and he turns into a nobody, and then he joins a band of little kids. We
talked to Josh Gad from the movie last week, and he says that he has a feeling it's going to overtake Dark Knight at the box office.
I think it already did.
He thinks it's going to be the biggest movie of the summer by far.
I think it's going to be so big that people are going to want their money back from Dark Knight.
It's that good.
They're going to write to the movie company and be like, will you please send us our money back so we could diminish the returns on the movie?
He also told us that he just married Natalie Portman, though, so I don't know how much we can believe from Josh Gad.
He married her? Wow.
Yeah, he said he got married. I asked to who, and he said Natalie Portman, so who knows? You working with Rainn Wilson, he's obviously a pretty funny guy. Is Will Arnett in it, too, with you?
Yeah,
he's in it too. Very funny guy. You've worked with some of the biggest names in comedy, obviously being on SNL. Who are some of the most fun people you've got to work with, where you've just been blown away by how funny they are?
Besides Will Ferrell, who's an obvious one because he's such a funny guy. Mm-hmm. There's the director of Anchorman, this guy Adam McKay, is tremendously funny. Chris Parnell is tremendously funny. Will Arnett, of course. Jason Bateman is a funny guy.
Yeah, I love Jason Bateman.
He really made me laugh.
That's
Amy Poehler.
She's hilarious too. If she wasn't married, she'd be on the top of my list of super hot chick. Because to me, if you're even moderately hot and you're funny, you automatically jump to the top of the list.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I think you jump to the top of the list. Then, if you have a British accent, you're even higher on a super list.
Exactly. That's what you need on SNL is somebody that has an authentic British accent. Because then when they try not to use it, it'll be that much more funny.
Yeah.
You got to play Barack Obama a little bit on SNL. How was that? I know that was a big thing where they were trying to figure out who's going to play Barack, and you got to do it for a little bit. What was that like?
It's interesting. It's fun. I'm learning a lot. I like learning about how Barack moves and how he talks, and it's kind of fun, and it's political too. I like political stuff.
Is his speech pattern really different? If you gave us a little Barack Obama right now, will we be able to see it, or do you have to have the whole package with the physical and everything?
For me, you have to have the whole package, because to me, it's about his eyes and about how serious he looks in his eyes. So it's like everything put together.
Since you are pretty much Barack Obama now, do you think he would be a good next president?
Yeah, I thought so. Even if I wasn't doing him, I thought he'd be great because he's very presidential and he's very inspiring, which I think is a big deal. To be inspiring. If he's inspiring a speaker, then I imagine he would be the same way with his cabinet. So with everyone around him. So
that's going to be awesome if he does win, because then you, as the guy that's playing him, obviously you'll probably get to meet him at some point. I mean, there's going to be some cool story there. So you're hooked up.
I'm hooked hooked up.
As long as we can have an agreement, Fred, that if something bad happens to me, you can get him to give me like a federal pardon or something.
It's a deal. This is a verbal agreement.
Excellent. On SNL, one of my favorite things, and I know that as a comedian, I don't like it when other people do it to me on stage, but I love watching people break character. You're one of those guys that's so good at what you do that you rarely, if ever, break character. How do you pull that off? Is there some trick to it, or are you just that good?
I don't know. It's like I'm just so focused on what I'm supposed to say and where I'm supposed to be that I just keep going forward, you know?
Mm-hmm. Does it piss you off when other people are on, camera? I guess you're not on stage. Or they're up there doing a scene with you and they break characters that irritate you since you never do?
No, not at all. I don't mind at all. As long as everyone's having fun, I'm definitely not one of those people that's like, hey, we got to do it a certain way. I'm like, let's all, let's do it whatever way we want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that usually works. I mean, if people are having a good time on stage, or in the sketch, you can usually see the audience, reacting to you guys having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I got to say, I'm a huge SNL fan, obviously, and The Rocker looks like a great movie to me. So everybody check out Fred on SNL and in the movie The Rocker. Much success to you in the future, my man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I really appreciate it.
Remember that about the federal pardon, because I might need that, Fred.
It's going to happen.
All right. Have a good day, man. Nice talking to you.
You too.
The Big J Show. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on Billings' #1 hit music station, Hot 101.9.